I am now joined by Mike Burford, who is the service manager for Superior Heating and Air. Welcome, Mike. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us. So we are headed, maybe, we hope, into some warmer weather.
Right.
It's been a little bit cool this spring so far, but obviously we know it's coming. So first, tell us a little bit about your role with Superior.
Well, as a service manager, my job and responsibilities are to oversee all the technicians, the service work, the phone calls that come in, make sure our customers are taken care of, and to follow up with any complaints or hopefully a lot of happy calls.
Right. A lot of happy customers. We like those better. So since we are heading into the warmer weather, what is it important for people to know before that does hit us, that maybe they want to have their system checked or things that they should be looking for in their system before the panic call in July when it's, 300 degrees outside and they don't have any air?
Right, well, we can handle those ones too, but the number one thing I would say is check your system out, try it in cooling first, make sure it's working, because inevitably in our business, the first hot day of the year we get the most phone calls, and we will get to you, but it's much faster if you know ahead of time.
Absolutely. I'm sure that kind of happens in the reverse too in the winter when they want to turn the heat on and then there's no heat, they do that. So
that's correct.
I know that you guys do maintenance contracts where then you would come out twice a year routinely to check those before each season hits. Why do you think it's important for people to take advantage of that kind of a system?
It's a good thing to take a look at your system no matter what, but it is a complex mechanical system, much like your car, and your car needs to be maintained. It has to have an oil change, it has to have belts checked out, and there's a lot of moving mechanical parts of an air conditioner, and there's a lot more to it than just what the customer may think just filters and drains. So we're looking at the whole apparatus as it's connected to your home to make sure it's working properly.
And you just mentioned filters, and so I know when you do those maintenance checks, you change the filters.
That's correct.
Do you recommend that people do that more often than that 2 times a year, though?
There's no real hard, fast rule for changing filters. It's like telling a person how often should you wash your hands, as often as you need to. Some people have a dirtier environment, they need to change those filters much more frequently, and then some people have a much cleaner home, they don't have to change them as often. I would trust a technician that comes to your house and gives you a personal recommendation.
Okay, so if they came to my house and they saw that it was really dirty at that 6-month mark, they might say, maybe swap this out every 3 months.
Yeah, pick it up a notch. And my personal advice is don't lie to your technician. They don't care if you haven't changed it out in 3 years. You don't have to look good in front of them.
Okay, and they're going to know anyway. I mean, they can kind of tell, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And so I would imagine things like pets, kids, those kinds of things would make it.
Yes, exactly. The type of insulation in your home. Do you like your windows open and closed? Do you have a lot of vehicles? Do you have a lot of kids running back and forth? A lot of animals, just like you said.
Yeah, and so what else do you do at those semi-annual checkups? I know, obviously, we've talked about the filters, but you do more than that. So what else can a customer expect?
I would say the biggest thing that customers don't know that we look at is the ductwork of the system and of the home, because not only is the air conditioning a complex mechanical system, but it's custom designed for that home and for that ductwork. We have to have the right system, to have the right amount of air, to go through the right amount of ductwork to make you comfortable.
Okay. And if somebody does need a new system, what's kind of the latest thing that you're seeing that's economically, not economically advantageous, but also environmentally friendly?
Well, nobody wants to change out their system. It's an expensive piece of equipment, but it is the heart of your home, and I would say that it's important to research it ahead of time to know what's best for you. Unfortunately, in our business, we see that customers allow their budget or their finances to choose the comfort of their home. And that's what we go out and work so hard, is to provide a nice living space for our family, and then we have to cut back on the budget because it came at the wrong time at the wrong moment. So one of the things that I recommend is researching ahead of time, having some basic questions, being comfortable with financing so you can get the right system for your home. Because I know for me in my home, I compromise between the quality of the system and the investment, and I just had to find that right place to be comfortable, and that's really what it's all about. We want you to be comfortable with the system, we want you to be comfortable with the services, and we want you to be comfortable in your home. That's number one.
Yeah, well, and obviously, like you said, it does come with a big sticker price.
Yeah.
So do you offer payment plans if somebody can't do that all up front?
Yeah, we have multiple payment plans. We work with any kind of strategy. We know it is very nerve-wracking, especially when you have a repair.
Yeah. So how do people find you if they want to learn more or set up a maintenance schedule?
They can look us up at superior.ac, not .com. We get that a lot. Also 800-828-2665 is the fastest way to reach us for any issue, whether it's a broken system or a maintenance call or a general question.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for being with us, and make sure you're calling Superior if you need their services.